My brain. Welcome back to Christina's Garage, Gearhead in Training. I guess I could start with that. I have been in the process of getting these rear brakes on, aligned, been ordering multiple parts and then, or hardware more so, and then finding I need more hardware. And then last night I lost one of these tiny, tiny little shims. I lost one. I have no idea where it went. I don't recall dropping, like, I went back and watched all the footage that I recorded because I'm doing like a full length video on the install. And I'm going live now because I'm not needing to show, because I'm taking these brakes on and off, on and off, on and off for fitment. And I don't need to put literally every time that I take the brakes on and off onto the long form video that I'm going to end up editing and putting out, I think, next week or the week after. But right now I'm at the point where I'm putting 5 shims on. We'll see how many that I will actually need. So I figured to go live and get some moral support. And I thought, okay, I got the front brakes done, got all this experience. I'm a newbie, by the way, if you're new here. I'm a that's Christina's Garage, Gearhead in Training. I think it kind of like implies that I am a noob. I'm trying to grab this to start the install. Wow. Yes. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. PJs. Why? Like, why not? Why not? I don't like, I don't know. I will wear shoes in the garage when I'm like moving, like when I put the lift in, when I move the jack stand and other stuff like that. And if I'm using larger parts where, you know, I'm more concerned about like what I'm wearing. Yeah, and you know, if I'm using a hammer, like anything that's above my feet, like everybody's been like flipping out about the fact that I am barefoot. Well, everybody's like flipping out about my whole no shoes thing. But like, I understand that shoes are important. When I'm sitting cross-legged on the ground, though, shoes feel really weird on my ankles, and I'm literally like crawling around on the ground like Gollum over here, and I don't really feel the need to be wearing shoes at the moment. But yes, I do understand that, like, I'm not an actual shop. This is my personal garage. And I did spend a while yesterday. Sorry, I'm putting my face. Let's see. Would it be better if I did this? Like this? Is that better? You know, I get it. I get it. Like, I could totally, you know, hurt myself. But I can hurt myself with shoes. But yeah, so yes, PJs. Almost never has shoes either, including in the garage. Like, it's, I get it. I have worn flip-flops to the grocery store and stubbed my toe on the cart and like bleeding from the toe. So anytime I move the jack or anything where my toes are close to it, I will absolutely put on shoes. And foreshadowing, I think it's Brent. They sent me a message on Instagram and they're like, we would like to send you some boots. And I asked him, was it the barefoot in the garage that was screaming at you to send me some boots? So there's a couple of shoe stores near me that let me adjust this. So you're not like, I feel like I'm cutting off my own head here. A couple of shoe stores locally that sell some of their boots. So I went in there and tried a couple on, and then they're gonna send some in the mail. And I was thinking of doing a reel. This is my idea. Tell me what you think. So I was thinking of standing in front of the Camaro and leave the Camaro's cover on, and then stand in front of it and have my flip-flops on and go, do you want me to take it off? You know, because like I'm trying to make fun of, no, it sounds so bad. Like, you know, girls are gonna, whatever you're gonna do, no judgment. If the ladies wanna, wear skimpy clothes or do whatever while they're doing work on the car. Not my thing, but if that's what you want to do, okay. But I thought it'd be kind of funny to be like, do you want me to take it off? And then not be sure if I'm going to take the cover off the car, but then end up like kicking my flip-flops off and then do like a Grinch move around the garage, like with focusing on my feet, the fact that I'm barefoot in the garage. And then at the end go, well, apparently you're not the only one that doesn't like that I'm barefoot in the garage, and then show like when the Brent boots arrive. Not that I won't go barefoot ever in the garage, but like I will. People are like, well, why don't you wear shoes? Well, if I don't have, I did have work boots when I worked for the fire department. I had steel toe boots. When I retired, I had to give it all back. And so I didn't have it. And plus, I didn't want to keep them because, like, when you walk around and feces and all that stuff, like, I did not bring those boots. I had, like, a box that I put them in. I did not, like, let them sit in the regular parts of my house, even when I did work, because, yeah, no. And most of the time I left them in my locker at work. I hardly ever brought them home because, yeah, so I didn't want to keep those boots anyway. Righty tight. Righty, I gotta turn it. Like regular tennis shoes, if you're gonna drop something like heavy on it and worry, hello, welcome from Houston. Where's everybody coming in from? I know, be cruising. You're in California too, aren't you? Or am I? No. You aren't in. I know that Alan is in California. He's actually not that far from me. And then, oh my gosh, what the other gentleman's name? I can't remember off the top. I'm so bad. Oh, okay. What part? I know that's it's delayed, so I don't know what the oh, okay is. But yeah. So, can't tell how many silvers, both wood and metal, I have put. Yeah. Well, like, if I haven't been doing any metal work or anything, fat fingers. I don't do metal work in my garage yet. So like I understand like the slivers. I mean, I got a sliver on my finger. I actually got that on camera when I was touching something. But yeah, I totally get that. And you know, if I'm starting to do stuff in the garage where there's going to be debris on the ground, then yeah, absolutely. Like I'm not like I'm a retired first responder. Like I know, like I've seen gnarly injuries from like all the things. So like Massachusetts. Well, welcome from Massachusetts. That, you know, just with what I've been doing in the garage recently, the only thing that I would step on that would be painful is stuff from the local trees, you know, like debris like that. But yeah, I'm not, it just, I didn't realize there was unintentional rage bait that everybody's looking at my feet. But wouldn't you think that I'd be able to get paid, you know, for showing my feet? We got to pay for the car parts somehow. I really like the lift. I really like it. Here, I'll show you. Excuse the knocking around of the camera. Oop, no, I'm not trying to turn it around. Do you see it? Yeah, it's, oh. Let's turn the camera around. It's really nice. Like, it does have, like, I'm going to move my feet out of the way just because we're all talking about it. I don't want to jinx myself. It does have a little bit of play in it, you know, when I move it, but, like, it's not going anywhere, if that makes sense. Like, there's no shifting around in here. Like, I almost think that it's good that it has a little bit of give, because if it was too rigid, you know, like how they make bridges and stuff like that, like they make sure that it will actually move, because if it's too rigid, sometimes that could actually be an issue long term. I don't know if you knew that, but like even like tall high-rise buildings and bridges and stuff, they have to have give. If it's too rigid, then it won't, like if anything shifts or whatever, then you have to run into issues. And the gentleman that created this lift, he really, really hyper focused on safety. He would not be putting something out there as a product that isn't safe, that he hasn't tested and stuff like that. And the other gentleman that I went to go pick it up, the video is done. I'm just waiting for Josh to approve it, so to see if there's any edits that he would like me to do prior to actually putting the video out. So it shows me going down to Southern California and talking with what am I doing? I'm talking and doing at the same time. Let's put this over here. I need the torque wrench. I believe it was 180 inch-pounds for these. But yeah, so I am very happy with the lift, and also the fact that it's mechanical. I don't feel weird about just letting it the car, because the car's been on it for like a week and a half, just sitting up. I'd be more concerned with it being like a hydraulic lift if, you know, what if the hydraulic doesn't work, or what if it gives out? Like, this whole thing is mechanical, so I'm not like worried about anything like that. It has no hoses, no cords or anything like that. But you'll be able to see more about it when I actually make that video available for the public. It's about like an hour-ish, like 40-minute long. But I went through the whole process of traveling with it and then putting it together. So I think it's educational. And I have a discount code now for it. So if you end up seeing that video and watch more stuff, and if it's a good fit for you, with my code, you can get 5% off your whole purchase. So if you get the additional electronic, the power to go up and down, that will, you can add that on there. It was like $900 additional for that, but like, you don't have to have it. You can use a power drill, but like, having the settings on it is really convenient. That way you don't have to, like, I don't have a power drill, so I would be cranking with, yet, I have one behind me that I found, but it's like a home, like one of those home ones that is like, it basically is a ratcheting wrench. Like, okay, let's double check. I have 180. So I didn't put any Loctite on here because I'm still in the fitment stages. I just want to make sure, and I show this more when I do when I post the video for this installation. I more just came on to hang out, but the torque wrench doesn't fit, and a wrench doesn't fit on the bottom one of these. The bottom one. I gotta find the hole though. Where is the hole? Try not to poke my eye out with this thing. But luckily it's only 180 inch-pounds, so I can, by doing the torque wrench on these top two, it gives me an idea of how, like, because I'm still learning, right? So getting an idea of how it feels to do 180 inch-pounds. Like, it's not very much. So now when I go to the bottom one and use the Allen key, I can do it by hand. And I got to get one of those, what did it say? I need to get a drum shoe adjustment tool, because I need to adjust something in the parking brake before I Loctite everything down. I had to buy more shims. If you saw my reel from yesterday, or my short, whatever you want to call it, I lost a shim, and I need more shims anyway, because I'm at 5 shims on each one. So 15 shims per side at this moment. So, all right, so I got that torqued down. Let's see if the brake pad fits, or the caliper with the brake pads fit with 5 shims. Because with 4 shims, it was really close. 3 shims, it wouldn't even fit. Okay, that feels good. But now I'm gonna torque this down. Hopefully my washing machine isn't too loud, is it? I tried to put the mic on, because the mic is usually pretty good at keeping that sound kind of out of the background. I had to do laundry and stuff. Today was a heavy chore day. I actually vacuumed, and then I spent some time editing for this video, doing this. That way, because it's taking me like a good week to get all this, because like I needed that one piece, and then I needed an extra thing of shim, and now I'm getting another thing as a shim, so it's crazy. 30 shims. And I thought initially that it was a lot of shims, like looking at the bag. I was like, wow, that's a lot of shims. I needed all of them. But when I did the front brakes, I got extra shims, and I didn't need even close to as many shims. Is that the case, right? Like when you actually need it, you don't need it. Or when you get it, you don't need it. Or, yeah, and when you don't get it, you need it. So I'm gonna torque these down and see how that looks. And I won't be able to do the other side because tomorrow, like, so since I'm in Sacramento, my Summit orders, if it's not snowing in the past, that I usually get orders next day. So I made an order last night and then it's shipped. So yeah, oh, almost always the case. At least we can laugh about it, right? If we can just laugh about it, it makes life a little bit more joyful, right? So, yeah, that top one was just a little bit tighter. Okay, so these are hand tight, and now it was 47 instructions. I love physical instructions. I don't like scrolling on my phone. I like having it like right in front of me. 47 foot-pounds for this back one. And then I'll be able to test to see the spacing. Because when I checked when it had 4 shims, it was pretty close. It looked like I had 2 shims spacing closer to me. So I needed to just make that small adjustment. 42, 4, 6, 7. Oh, and I didn't know if you guys knew that I sell stickers. I have my logo, which is what my car looked like. I had my artist, Ryan from Sin Customs. He designed it, and it was from photos of my car right after my dad passed. So, there we go. So if you want to help support me and have some cool, they're high quality stickers. My friends in Montana, sticker people, I bought them from them. Like, I actually know them. They actually make the stickers. I've seen where they do it. And it's good high quality. Moment of truth. So I have the link tree on like my main page. So if you wanted to buy some stickers, that would be good for me. But also, like, it's kind of to remind people, like, we all start somewhere. Like that's the whole point of, because a lot of people, when you see designs that they make for any kind of shirt, whatever, it's not like an in-progress build. It's always like finished. And it's the image of my car not actually being done. It doesn't even have the body on it. It just has the subframe and the unibody. So it will show, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm like really paranoid about losing these now, so I'm taking a shim out. I'm putting, and Ziploc baggies are my best friend. So I don't hear any rubbing. Okay, one shim. It's still a little bit tight on this bottom left. Because I don't know how else, because there's nothing else that I can think of that would make it like lopsided. It's more of like, because I know that as soon as like I actually get it started and after what everybody's told me. I didn't know that from the get-go. But, I mean, this looks pretty good. There still is a little bit of space on this right side, which is crazy, though. I put 5 on there. It should be okay. These shims are very small. They're 0.015. So, like, I want to get it as so I can still fit 2 shims on the right. I'm wondering if I should try one more. The thing too is that the wheel isn't torqued on it yet. Where are the shims going? So that this little piece here, I don't know if you were here when I was putting that on. So the shims go in here. So every shim I add, pushes the caliper that way because it brings this further towards you. So the problem I was having is the side that's closest to you on the brake pad, it wouldn't even go on because it was so like that direction. Right now, I could put 2 shims towards me, so I could technically put in another shim, but like, do I want 6? Like, that's a lot. It seems like a lot of shims. But also, like when I have the wheel on it, because I'm trying to also, here, let me pull the camera over here. Sorry, I gotta get you out from underneath the leaf spring. With this is only hand tight, and this is holding the rotor and hat on, which is this. So it won't go further towards me. It could only go further that direction, which I want to make sure I have enough space on that side. Because if I push the rotor even further in, then it's going to hit the brake. Like when I put the wheel on and then torque it down. So I'm wondering, I mean, it's 0.015. And I think that's really close. I can't see from here. Is the, I also want to make sure I don't have so many shims that that little piece doesn't have anything to grip. I mean, it had a decent amount still on there, but I'll show you what it looks like from, sorry, trying to navigate and not blind you with the light. But now you can't see. There you go. Let's see if I can get you a little bit more light without shine. I don't like you see that glare? I don't know how I'm gonna be able to get it on there without. So I'll show you. I'm just putting the shims in here just to see how much space I have. Let me just grab it really quick out of the bag. And not drop anymore. So 1 shim will definitely fit. So this helps me, Mike from Willwood, he does like tech tips on the Willwood page. And he said to help with spacing, because like this is what you put in there to shift it back and forth. But he said that if you put it in here between, oh my gosh, I almost dropped it. Between the rotor and the brake pad, that it could help you with centering it. So I can fit 1 shim here. This side has been kind of tight from the get-go, but I can fit, like it gets kind of tight right down here in the corner, but I don't know why else it would be kind of shifted wonky, because everything else is even that I've done. The only thing I could think of is maybe this, the wheel, not the wheel, the lug nuts, because I haven't torqued down the actual wheel yet, so that could be a potential. But I can fit 2 more shims in here. So I'm wondering if maybe I should just do 1 more shim, because when I put shims in there, it moves it that way. So, I mean, it doesn't hurt to just try and do another one. So I might just, especially since I have to wait to get that other side on anyway, because I don't have enough shims to get the other one, to even get the brake pad on. I don't have enough. So I think, because I have enough shims in here to do 1 more layer over here. So 6 shims is a lot. Free? How free? What do you mean? How free? How free does the rotor run? It feels good, but I need to get that parking brake thing to what they said to, because you like pull the parking brake so it rotates freer. Right now it's running, like I think the parking brake is affecting it at the moment. To my understanding. Oh, that's not the right one. I need this. So I'm gonna try it with 6 and see. I mean, it's better to test it and know, right? Look, come on. Lefty loosey. I can't do that one by hand. Makes it easier when I can do it by hand, so I don't have to, like... I am blinding myself. Just so that I don't blind you, I'm blinding myself. The light is right in my face. I need to get a ring light, you guys. A ring light. So I should put on fake nails so I can go, do you see this product? Like my ring light, and put on some chapstick with my bare feet in pajamas. Oh, man. You're welcome, Alan. You're welcome. Because, like, it ruins it if I point it at you. Even in the, well, okay. I think, does that work okay? I mean, it's hard enough to see in a wheel well without the camera. True. But this thing is so fancy. This light, it's magnet. So, like, if I turn it off, like, you can't see jack diddly. This is on the lowest setting. Yeah, I'll keep it in the middle. How about that? Rot in the middle. Lefty loosey. Oh, dude, I'm like always afraid of punching myself in the face because I do sometimes. Oh my God. 47 foot-pounds, man. I gave myself a cramp in my arm. Okay, there we go. Ow. I did it at a weird angle. It did not feel good. Oh, boy. So what are all you fine gentlemen doing on Sunday? It's Sunday, right? Well, I can't see what time it is right now, but it was like 6 something where I'm at. So East Coast, Massachusetts, what? That's 3 hours ahead? 2 hours ahead? And Texas is 2 hours ahead, I know that. So, okey-doke. Putting that off to the side there. Just got done cleaning up. Nice. Nice. It feels good to clean things out. Like, bedtime. Gonna go sleepy, bye. You got work tomorrow. Do you wake up early in the morning? Where is the... Oh, I can use the camera to help me find the hole. Left, left, left. Yeah, today I got laundry done, did a little bit of vacuuming, got a couple hours of editing. 5, whew. Do you have a commute? I do not miss waking up. I have a PTSD from my alarm clock because I'd wake up at weird hours to go to work. As my shifts would change and all of that, and like, I do not miss it. So now that I'm retired, that I do not use an alarm unless I absolutely have to, unless I have like an appointment or something I have to be up for. I do not use an alarm to wake up. Because even if I hear somebody using, it's my washing machine. Even if where is the Allen key? Did I put it on my, it should be in my grip mat. Underneath yeah, it's underneath there. An hour. Oh, that's a long commute. 9:20 here. Cleaning, alarm goes off at, woof. Yeah. That's pretty typical for mechanics, right? Or you guys, what do you guys do for work? I'm all assuming you're mechanics. Not everybody does it for their full time. Sometimes mechanicry is the Batman job, and the Bruce Wayne job is like something totally different. Oh gosh. Come on. I'm using the Allen key. You can't see it because I have the camera up a little. Yeah, if someone has an alarm, like the ringtone of what my alarm used to sound like, my heart rate would like immediately increase. I do not miss it. And I still wake up at like, is that a gnat or mosquito? Oh, I actually caught it. You didn't see it, but I actually caught it. Mosquitoes love me, and I hate them because it gives me park maintenance. Oh, nice. My brother-in-law he's worked for the county for a long time, and he worked for the Sacramento Park District for a while. Now he works for sewage. Good retirement. Solid retirement and benefits and stuff. But working for I worked for city and county. And San Francisco is all in one. And the fact that, like, it just, I didn't trying to find a job at the moment. Yeah, California's rough. Feels like it's got to be rocket scientist to work at. It's so interesting, too. Like, and one thing I'm trying to share when I'm traveling and, like, meeting people, that there's so many other jobs that you wouldn't necessarily think of that are available. So, like, if you want, like, when I was talking to the NASCAR people, they said if you, like, work to clean at their places, that you can get in that way. Like all these other places that I'm going to, they say you just go, like, if you want to work at a racetrack or work for a team, even like the big ones, that just kind of show up and volunteer and stuff like that. But, like, all the main jobs that it's hard to search for a job that you don't know it doesn't exist. Reefer. What is reefer? Tech by day, auto restoration, hot rodder, other random stuff. It disappeared. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to know how much I have into. Probably a lot. You probably have a lot of tools. But Alan, what are your interests? Is there anything in particular that you're looking for? Because I know that there's jobs out there. It's just hard to find them because you don't know, like, you have to, like, put yourself out there. And like, for example, in Carmichael, where I live, I'm part of the Carmichael Chamber. Like, if you go to our business networking events, that you can meet local businesses and stuff like that, and you don't have to be a chamber member to go to that. I don't know what it's like where you live, but I'm sure that there's probably stuff that you can go meet people and, share what your interests are and stuff like that, and see, who's looking to hire. Because I know that there are people that would hire somebody if they're qualified. I think a lot of people, in terms of, because I talk to a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs. So from that aspect, it's hard because a lot of the workforce that they're seeing is trash. Not everybody, but, like, not, like, the quality of people is different, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm making sure I'm not tightening it. So, not to diminish, your struggle, Alan. I'm more of, like, trying to think of encouragement. Surveyor apprentice for local union, worked right up, so I'm looking to go back to work at a law firm. Law firms, they pay well too, right? City and county jobs are pretty solid. You just have to look on the website. Okay, so you're asking where the shims go. Here, I'll show you from this direction. Right in between. You see the gold? So I'm going to remove this top piece here. And then I'm going to add one more shim to see what that's going to be like. I need to, like, you're not going to be able to see it for a second. Well, what do you want to do though, Alan? Like, you've worked for, like, what lights your heart on fire? Like, obviously car stuff does. Like, would you want to work for, like, a shop? Because there are shops, but I don't know about, obviously we have to be able to make a living. That's the hard part. Like, yeah, you can find a job, but will it pay you enough? That's part of it too. Especially in California, because everything's so dang expensive. Because we give so much stuff away to other people that the hardworking individuals get duped. But I can, stand on that soapbox. I mean, yeah, I'm medically retired and I get retirement, but I did work and I got injured while at work. So I think that's a little bit different. But technically, I mean, I did work for it. So another question I had is that you see, good night, be cruising. It didn't say it in the instructions, but there are 2 washers in here. I might ask my friend who works for Willwood, because there are 2 washers in here. Reefer Tech is oh, interesting. Transportation refrigeration. So kind of like in Dexter. I don't know if I should take out one of these washers since I have so many shims in here. So that might be that will be a question that I might send over to my friend at Willwood. I didn't, we'll see if this fits first. I'm going to do both sides. I have to wait for those other shims to come in because this has 18 shims on this side. That's a lot. But I mean, these kits are not like universal, but they're made to be used with multiple. Like they want to make kits that work on everybody's cars. That's why they have the ability for shims and stuff. Because this isn't like a custom brake system that was made for my car specifically with my axle and so let's switch this so I can tighten it. But yeah, my brother, he went to law school and he works in Colorado. 1 washer should be all you need. Nope, unfortunately not. Hello, bogus. I like that. Yeah, I wish one shim would work. No, not even to, what is it, 4 shims didn't even work. The caliper wouldn't even go on with the brake because it was so much interference. Washer under the bolt head won't change the distance. Those are the, yeah, I was just thinking, so that it has more grip. So I know that those wouldn't change the fitment. That would change how much bolt length. So I didn't know if I should take one of those out now that I have so many shims in there so that I can have more grip for the bolt, if that makes sense. But that would be a question for me to ask Miguel with Willwood, because I want to make sure I don't strip this, so I need to make sure I put it all the way in. But yeah, I'm like really close, so it's either going to be it like 6 might be exactly in the middle. I'm looking for the Allen key. That's what I'm looking for. Where's the Allen key? Now I put it on my right. I'm on my right, then my left. Where is the plug for, when you're trying to put in a plug for your phone or whatever, and you're behind the couch or behind the dresser or whatever, and you're trying to like put it, but there has to be like an invisible hand just like back there preventing you from actually getting it tightened or in the socket. That's what it feels like right now. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited because I'm getting really close. So I think as soon as I get the fitment right of these, then I need to get that tool for the parking brake. What was it? I keep forgetting. This is why the instruction manual is so nice, because I don't remember the names of everything. The drum shoe adjustment tool, because it says adjust the parking brake shoes outward while spinning the hat until a slight drag is felt against the hat drum. Remove the lug nuts that were holding the hat and rotor in place. Install the wheel and lug nuts. And then check to see that the wheel rotates freely without interference before I put all of the Loctite on it and everything. So I need to get that tool. I might try to see if my local Napa or O'Reilly's has that tomorrow, because the additional shims should come tomorrow. So I'll be able to get the driver's side taken care of. And 180. As long as you have full thread engagement, you're good. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, it should be good then. It's just 6 shims. That's a lot. I mean, it seems like a lot. Like when I look under here, it's not really that much in terms of like actual space. Okay, so that's good. Now, let's see how the caliper fits. And it slid on real nice. The problem I was having before, it was like it was like a whole process to try to get it on. Like I got it stuck a couple times because it didn't have enough room. I was running into that before. I got enough shims on there. That's how I knew, like, it wasn't like me guesstimating. I absolutely knew I needed more shims because it wouldn't, like, it literally wouldn't go on. So, obviously the brick doesn't work if it doesn't go on, right? So. And then I talked with Platinum Detailing. They're a local detailing company. If you saw did you get the e-brake cable installed? No, I haven't done any of, because I don't have any lines or anything. No brake lines, no fuel lines, anything on the car yet. So that will all go on later. So, yes. But I talked with Platinum Detailing because my brother's Mustang has a bunch of mold in it. And I'm really sensitive to smoke and mold, like just things in the air. I'm really sensitive to it. Even just opening it up to air it out, like I get headaches and my throat's all messed up. So I made an appointment and reached out to him about collaborating on some content, which he was really excited about. So he's gonna come over, not this next week, but the following Monday, and he's going to teach me about, like, I'm gonna do an actual YouTube about it. I'm gonna have him, he's gonna detail the car and clean all the mold out, and then we're gonna do some education so I can share with all of you as I learn how to prevent mold, like what the signs are that it's mold, like all of those things. I'm gonna do my best to share. 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna do my best to share that so that, you know, we can learn better ways from a professional of how to not have your car mold. Because I had never had it happen before. All right, let's see. Okay, now I'm feeling some resistance there. So maybe 6 is too much. Let's see. Because I torqued everything down, I'm gonna grab some shims to check. Because I feel like 5 was good, but we'll see. Okay. But it also looked like the caliper, it looked like there's no room for my head to look at it, and I can't turn it like I do the front. So before, when it had a little bit of interference, I think it has to do with the fact that yeah, I think it's the fact that the rotor and hat, I think that's a little off, and that's okay because it's not torqued down or anything. You only torque it down when you have the wheel. That's why in the instructions, I'm assuming that's why it says make sure that, you know, everything is torqued down, and you put the wheel on and then move it around first before confirming. So now that I move it over, I definitely have one space on each side. If I rotate it, it gets tight a little bit on this top right. So I feel like it's off just a tiny bit because it was like either this bottom side or this top. But from what everybody's telling me though, that it doesn't have to be like perfect, that as long as it's within a certain range. So you can put a couple nuts on the wheel studs. You won't have to have the wheel on. Well, I have four nuts on it right now. But I've noticed like these things have such a small window of error, I guess, that like even just torquing something down can make a difference. We use vinegar and borax and a lot of elbow grease to get our last run, and mold. Also had an air purifier. Well, were you able to, because apparently his name is Sean, he says it grows like into it. Like even just from the surface, if you get it off the surface, it grows into the actual, it's kind of like, you know, like bread and just like food, right? When mold grows in food, it's not just on the surface, it grows into it. And he says the stuff that they do and how they clean it gets like, it kills everything, not just surface. So I'm gonna, you know, pick his brain and then share that with you guys because I think that's helpful, right? Like we want to look long-term, not just surface level. So yeah, I think I'm between 5 and 6 shims. I might reach out to Miguel maybe tomorrow to see what he thinks because here, let me move this. Because this is just my thought process, and I'm going to talk it out with you. When I put the wheel on this and I torque it down, it's going to make sure that it goes, like it fully seeds up against the axle, right? So if anything, it would be going that direction, the rotor. So with like, now it's starting to rub a little bit on this side. With 5 shims, it was a little bit more this way. Because I'm like in between one shim. It's either 5 or 6 shims. That with 6 shims, I have definitely enough room that it with the, yes, you blah, blah, blah. Yes, it would be interesting to see what he has to say. Yeah, I'll definitely share it all with you. I won't post it for a couple weeks at least because he won't be coming over until not tomorrow, the following Monday to do it, and then I still need to edit and stuff like that. So it'll be a few weeks. Still though, I'll share everything that I learn, and that we might do some collaborations in the future. How thick? They're 0.015. They're tiny shims. They're really small. Let's see. I will turn this around to show you. Like that amount of space. Let's turn this over. Oop. Nope. Oop. It keeps giving that glare. I don't know. It still looks blurry. But I'll show you what it looks like now. So I have 2 shims left, so it's perfect. So this is with 6 shims, 0.015. It has enough room for 2 shims now on this side. So 1 shim difference ends up sliding it over almost exactly like the same. Because now this has 1 shim here, 1 shim here, and then it has 2 shims space on this side. And it's tied up in this corner here. But like, I don't know, it looks like the piston is out a little bit on this side. So I don't know if it's shoving the brake pad over. But either way, I think it's between 5 and 6 shims. Like, I don't, I don't know between 5 or 6 which one will be better, because they feel about comparable. Because just that, it's either the top right or bottom left that's a little bit off. I mean, I could throw another lug nut on here so I have all the lug nuts, but I want to make sure the whole thing, it's like, I know I'm coming down to like, you don't need the wheel on to get that rotor totally seated, just torque. It's okay to torque it on here though, it won't damage it. I don't want to damage it. What do I need to torque the wheels to? I tried looking it up online and it gave like a huge range. I really don't want to ruin the hat. It's so pretty. But yeah, what do I need to torque it to? It doesn't say it on here what the wheels need to be. I don't know if it's different on, because it said it's different for different size wheels, right? Like what you would torque it to. Because it would be fine as long as you don't put the coned. Yeah, I did. I originally had the cone side, but Jeff said to swap it over. So now it's on the flat side. Oh. I don't know. This is, I mean, if I'm not going to put the wheel on, what would it be? Because I'm not putting the wheel on it. So if I torque it down here, if I put, well, it would be hard to torque it while it's in the air though, right? Don't you usually torque it when it's on the ground? I mean, I could put all the wheels on and put it down on the ground. Now that I have the Freedom Race lift, it would make it really easy to put it down and up. That's such a huge relief, not gonna lie, because the jack stands was like a total pain in the arse. My neighbor has a screeching dog. So yeah, I guess I can try torquing it, but it says to put the wheel on. It says to put the wheel on in the instructions. It specifically says, adjust the parking brake shoe outward while spinning the hat with this, remove the lug nuts that were holding the hat and rotor in place, install the wheel and lug nuts. Check to see the wheel rotates freely without interference. So it says to do that even before, so that's before you Loctite and put everything down. It says to do it with. It says once all clearances have been checked, once all clearances have been checked, remove the wheel, caliper, rotor, blah, blah, blah. So I'm hearing all sorts of weird sounds over here. Yeah, so I need to check it with the wheel, but I'm not going to be able to do the other side until the shims come. Definitely call Willwood, but less than 0.015 either way shouldn't be an issue, especially if one side of the piston is not fully in the caliper. Okay. Yeah, because my thought would be once I torque this down, it might be like a little bit more that way. But I'll definitely call Miguel. He's really helpful he usually runs a lot of the events with Willwood. So, all right. Well, I appreciate you all being here. If you want to help support me, I do sell stickers with my logo. It's in my link tree on my main page under stickers if you want to buy some of those. Also, I do have members only. I do have a bunch of footage from like this installation. There was actually a lot of information, like Jeff and I were talking back and forth. There's like so much footage that I'm probably going to put like raw footage up there as videos. And like I want to go live more for members only, but I only have one member at the moment. So like I come on here because you guys actually, you know, there's actually an audience. But this year, my goal is to actually not be in the red financially. So being able to monetize a little bit more would be helpful for me. But also I want to bring value, right? I don't want to just be like, yeah, support me if I don't bring value of any kind. Because, you know, that's the whole point of bringing value is, you know, it's an exchange. I bring value and, you know, if that makes sense. So if you want to support me buying stickers or, I mean, even just being here, watching my videos, even my other videos, like that does help as well. So if you're not able to help monetarily, you can definitely help because I get paid through YouTube ads. So every time you watch an ad on my page, that is actually helping support me on here on YouTube specifically. Instagram doesn't pay me for that kind of stuff yet, but yeah, so if you guys have any questions about anything, feel free to drop a comment once this posts. And I appreciate you so much. Like, I can't even express how much I appreciate your support. So have a wonderful week, and I'll see you guys later.